Welcome to Norway. You are in the drop zone, and I am Jealous Fist. Yes, I am. What are we talking about? On this channel, we're always talking about tactics. What are tactics? Tactics allow you to outthink, outplay, and outperform your opposition. All right, let's just go back a little bit here. What are we talking about today? Today, we're talking about positioning, and this is positioning part 1. We're going to be covering close range, medium range, and long range engagements and situations in this. Then we're going to have part 2 that'll be coming out in a couple of days. That's going to be all about elevations and different considerations depending on your position and elevation. And then finally, after that, we're going to have part 3, and that's going to be all about, and this is going to probably be the funner one of them, all about assaulting to or from and around various objects, i.e. houses, rocks, rooftops, rocky slopes, all of that. That's what we're going to be talking about. All right, let's go back to our first clip here. Our first clip is all about close range. This is going to be quick. And let's go back and see the map. I know you guys like maps. Okay, on this specific clip, we are right here. That right there is Cabin in the Woods. That's where this takes place. It's close range. This is the very beginning of the game. And I tend to have a lot of action in and around here in Cabin in the Woods. Usually there tends to be a comm station there, almost always, and about a third of the time the signal detector will be there, and the signal is very, very handy most of the time. So let's go back to this clip. This is going to be a quick one here. Now, what's short range? Short range engagements are kind of the easiest and also the hardest at times depending on your connection. Now, as you can see here, as I was running up, I was coming here to use the comm station. Right as I get here, I see comm station's activated. I'm like, oh no, that could be right in front of me. What did I do? Immediately, as soon as you see that guy in front of you, you see an enemy, you must engage him. Put him down. And also, you'll notice here, let's just slow it down, go frame by frame. At this distance, you almost don't even have to aim. And I'm actually not even aiming here. As you can see, as we're getting closer, I'm not crouched. I don't even believe I'm holding my LT button here. I am just full auto, keeping my crosshairs in and around him. Part of what makes short distance great is that you can just quickly get on target, barely aim, and just start firing. But the curse of that is that you and your opposition are so close to each other, your latency and the lag of the servers can really come in handy. So when they're up close to you, it is more paramount in the close range situation than basically any other situation to just get on target and start shooting that man. Just burn him down immediately. Get on target immediately. You must immediately start shooting, because if you're this close as you are in this video, things are too late. And I got lucky here. He got confused. He did not react immediately. And if you were the other guy in this situation, what should he have done? Instead of running around all confused, he should have immediately spun around and returned fire. Let me just repeat that. When you find yourself attacked, when you're ambushed, bamboozled, shanghaied, whatever you want to call it, you need to immediately spin around and get on target, engage with that target. You need to immediately start returning fire, either direct or indirect. Direct fire is your gun. Indirect fire could be a mortar or a grenade. You want to start tossing grenades or get a mortar on target. You just want to be firing and moving and attacking at and through your ambusher. That is the only way you're going to live. And of course that always goes with taking cover. You want to take cover. Always take cover if you can, but if you're out in the open like this guy, he didn't really have good cover there. He should immediately spun around and returned fire. Always return fire, even if you don't know what you're shooting at. All right, we're going on to kind of a medium range engagement here, and we're going to pause again, and we're going to bring out the map. I know you guys like the maps. Okay, here on this specific clip, we are on Battery Snow Decked, as you can see up here. Long followers of the channel will see I'm very excited that I can now draw, just like the NFL pundits, to help me make my points. Anyways, here we are. We are on Battery 4. The guy is going for the signal. A lot of times the signal detector will spawn up here. Long-time players of the game, new-time players of the game, signal is a very important point of interest on the map, and a lot of times you want to control it or be near it if you're around it to control that information. Information is key, because what is the signal detector? It is just a big piece of information delivery equipment to you. The most important thing in this game, besides your gun, and honestly I might even argue more important, is information. What I wouldn't give to have 1,000,000 pings and a limit of 12 pings, and I just have 12 pings at all times, because information is key. If I could have 10 pings and but be forced to only bring the shotgun every game, I would do that. That's how important information is. Knowing the position of your enemy. Which brings us back to the topic of this video, positioning. So as you can see right here in this specific clip, I had known this guy was going to come here. I was actually on my way to use the signal myself, and I saw that this guy was going to come. So I went and got myself a sweet little position right here. You see where I am behind this rock? He has no line of sight of me, but I can see everything perfectly. I waited for him to get up here by the signal while maintaining my visual concealment and my cover at a kind of a medium distance. Some of you would think of this as short distance. I tend to think of this as medium distance. For me personally, I think anything past 100 meters is long or far distance, because most of the engagements in this game are, 50 meters in. So I would call this more of a medium, even though in real life we wouldn't, but we don't care about that. Now you see that? I immediately started shooting once I had a good shot and before he could use the signal. Now if I had to, I would have let him pop that signal, and I lost the opportunity, because sometimes the kill is much more important. But right there I was able to shoot him before he could use it, get his stuff, and then use the signal. And this is from the same clip, continuing on later on, and you can just see me with two gorgeous H-bars. Hilda, I love her. Look at her in her new Nebula dress. She is so pretty. Woo! All the boy H-bars love her in Nebula. Okay, let's go back. Okay, this next clip, we are here on battery 2. I am about right here, and my opposition is about up here. Oftentimes, playing the game, you will find yourself facing off here and then shooting at guys here. This happens quite a bit on battery, especially if the signal's been over here and then there's been fighting down in here, and it all ends and people start making their way this way. Often you will be up here shooting that way. It just happens a lot. Now I knew these guys were up here. I was running towards them, and honestly I was hoping for a better spot, but sometimes things just don't work out the way we want them to. Now right here, let's just show that again. What do you see me doing? You see me practicing what I preach. Let's go back. What did I do? I was out in the open when I saw this guy. Immediately started returning fire because I was way out in the open, and you see me automatically moving to cover. Took the opportunity and got the head. Hugging cover. Always hugging cover. Take your time. Take your time. Shoot when it's convenient for you. Don't play their game. Right there, I did not play their game. They would have loved it. They would have loved me to just run out in the open and start shooting at them. I didn't do that. Right there, checking sure the coast is clear. Going to see if he's coming around to see if he can play with me. You can see I'm right now figuring out, this guy doesn't want to come and mess with me right now. He's hiding. He's scared. He heard H-bars. He heard explosions. He heard the signal. He's camped out down in that bunker. Always check around. You see me looking around, and I'm kind of staying by good hard cover. Taking the chance going over here to check my kills. Now, unfortunately, I did not clip the other guy's box for whatever reason. I only got one of the boxes on this. But I know you guys like to see. And I won't name these guys, but these two dudes I killed, they can play. I got the better of them. I got the better of them this time, but could have easily gone the other way. So if you two guys see this, good game, guys, good game. I got kind of lucky there, but you know, that's how it goes here in Norway. continuing on. Now this clip here is kind of going to be an interesting mix of far to medium to closing in on your target, not giving them a moment's rest, and just pushing hard and taking advantage of the tools and the map to do what you need to do. Now this is at the very beginning of the match here. You can see I didn't even have my armor plate on, so I'm putting it on as I make my way. And let's pause real quick and show where we are. I know you guys like to see that too. Okay, for this clip, we're here on Sagbruck. Where I made contact with the guy about right here is when I spotted him, and he is right here at the comm shack. A lot of times a comm will spawn there by the sawmill storage building, and I saw him. He had my comm station. I needed to get that comm, and usually if you see a guy around where you're trying to be or where you're trying to go, you need to take him out. You need to destroy him. Press that advantage, charge at him, push him, okay? And you're going to see me doing that. Remember, as soon as you see a guy where you want to be or where you're trying to be, take him out if you can. See right here? I didn't even think I would get him. I took the chance because I thought I had a good shot at getting the shot on his head. Right there, relearning the lesson I learn every game, that wall banging has been nerfed. Bullet penetration is still a thing, but barely non-existent. Honestly, wall banging lately just gets me killed more than helps. Now, as you can see right here, I'm going to pause and explain kind of my thought process. Now, as I was charging up here, he has a superior position. I could tell from a bunch of stuff going on in the game that he's camped out in the comm shack here. He's not going to leave. He's one of those guys. I could just tell. He's going to wait for me to either charge up the stairs up here or come around and shoot at him from there, and he's going to wait for me to make a mistake. That's pretty common for people to do. It's also a smart thing to do, especially in the old days. We had no way to push somebody out once the mortars got nerfed, and the mortars couldn't penetrate into buildings anymore. But thankfully, Queen Forsythia has seen fit to give us these grenades. Queen Forsythia and Lady Pirate have seen fit to bless us with these wonderful devices. They are so fantastic. I love it. It's just inspired. So I'm putting on my armor, and I know this guy's just going to sit in here, right? So what do we do? Get that grenade out. Get it ready. Get it hotkeyed. Let me pause it right there so I can explain what I was doing. If you equip a consumable item and then put it away and break out your gun again, next time you tap your left bumper on the Xbox, I don't know what it is for you Nintendo bros and Playbase, but on the Xbox we select consumables with the left bumper. Next time I just tap my left bumper, I will immediately have a grenade in my hand without having to go to the consumable wheel. So it's hotkeyed, and then I can just tap LB and then chuck it into where I want instantly. Try to think of things like that as you're approaching buildings, bunkers, somebody in a hunting shack, like at Hyde Overlook in a deer stand. As we're approaching, I already had this plot in my head. I'm going to go up there, put my grenade in my hand, free throw it up there, and either try and kill him outright or push him out. You see how I was ready right there to immediately burn him down with Hilda, with pretty Hilda in her pretty Nebula dress. My computer had an update, and it is just much harder to slow down and go frame by frame like this lately. As you can see, coming up, get that grenade in your hand, toss it right in there. He's already coming out. He's going to try and get me, but I tossed it at such an angle, as you can see here, he can't shoot at me, because by the time I throw that, I'm already running back around into cover. So if I missed, I don't get blown up by my own grenade. I'm not trying to be hoisted upon my own petard here. And then look, he jumps out. Look at him go. Immediately start shooting him. Boom, dead, burned down. And then what did we get here? We got an AK. Oh, and he gave us a ping. Oh, I love getting pings. I love pings that they work again. Continuing on. Here's what I would say. Again, most of you would probably argue, say this is medium distance. I would say this is long distance. What am I doing here? You see this? Immediately return fire. Going in and out of cover. Let's watch that again. Saw that glint up there, saw the movement. Always seek cover. You see how I'm going in and out a little bit? Left and right, left and right. Like that. You want to go behind cover, out of cover. Behind cover, out of cover. Pop in and out of cover, just like that. That is the preferred way to shoot at somebody behind cover. Going out, in and then out of cover. You can do that all day. All day. Get behind a nice building wall, bunker wall, a tree, anything. Pop in and out of cover. It is so much better and easier and effective to shoot at people just like that. In fact, I killed another partner not too long ago in a game doing just this thing. He was on a warehouse roof, and now it was on valley, and we were going at it, and the only reason I beat him, he was a much better shot than me, was because he was way out in the open, and I was doing this, popping in and out of cover, and I'll never forget it because afterwards he messaged me, a good game, he was a cool dude about it, and he called me a darn hobbit. I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but we're going to go with yes because I won. In and out of cover, in and out of cover. Always be aware, especially when you're on Fisk, running into crap. Just duck around, weave around. See how I immediately went to cover. I started returning fire. And that's all you need. That's all you need. Those are the basics. And we're just going to exit out on this last clip here because I especially like this clip out of all the clips in this video for today. This one really just demonstrates so much stuff that I'm always talking about. Getting cover, pressing your advantage, pursuing and not letting up on somebody, using all the tools, using cover, using movement, using everything. I just want to say thank you guys for watching Positioning Part 1. In the next few days I'm going to have Part 2 coming out. This is always a continual and evolving process of how to make these videos. More coming. I really hope you enjoyed this. Just thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to my Norwegians. And even thank you to you other Scandinavians who aren't quite Norwegian yet. You're trying, you're learning. Maybe you're almost to Danish level. Maybe you're still only Swedish, but you're still working up to Norwegian. That's okay. Just watch these videos. We're going to get you there. You're going to be eating lutefisk. You're going to be praising Queen Forsythia. You're going to be praying to Lady Pirate. You're going to be just like me. I just want to say thank you so much to everyone for watching these videos. I get a lot of messages from people thanking me for the help, and I love that. That's great. I am your #1 ranked airdrops retrieved all time and official Vigor partner, Jealous Fist. Thank you. Thank you, Queen Forsythia. Thank you, Lady Pirate. Thank you to the Vigor gods for providing us with good green Norway, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.